Crafters, welcome back to my channel. This is Renee Daly from stampknowhow.com, and today I've decided to do just something a little bit different. Just kind of I'm gonna wing it basically. In our stamp club, we've done a couple of these. They're called throwdowns, and you just pick a stamp set, pick a color, and then you gotta come up with an idea on how to use that stamp set with the materials provided. So I'm going to try out a technique that I saw on Jennifer McGuire's channel. It's called dot coloring. I've never done this before, so this should be interesting, but it looks kind of fun, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to try the Touch My Heart stamp set, and for the coloring I'm going to use a lot of Stampin' Bloods. I've got Magenta Madness here. This is Highland Heather, Balmy Blue, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. And I'm going to use this to do my dot coloring. So let's set this aside for a second. And I decided to use my Stamparatus for this today too, because I thought it would be a little bit easier to get the embossing lined up. So we're going to need a magnet, and we're going to, I should give you the dimensions on my paper too, I'm sorry. For this project you're going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White. I'm going to stamp on both of those, but it's 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 inches. Then you need 2 pieces of Basic Black, and I'm going to use this as a frame. These are 3 1/2 by 4 3/4 inches. And then I've got a card base here that's Magenta Madness, and it's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. So we'll get back to these in a second. I think right now I'm just going to start off by, I think I'll do it down here just a little bit easier to get things lined up on the Stamparatus then. And I'm going to see how this looks. I'm going to put my heart at the top, I think. And I'm going to use the with Sympathy, Sentiment. I think I'm going to put it a little closer to the bottom because I might do something in between here. I haven't really figured out what I want to do yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and push those down. And then gonna ink these up with some Memento ink so I can color. And it helps to have something underneath here, so I'm just gonna stick that under there while I ink these up. I'm going to go ahead and press this down. It's a pretty good image. Okay. I'll come back to that in a second. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the inside of my card too. And nice thing about the Stamparatus is you can stamp over the same spot. And for that, I'm going to change out this plate. I'm going to use it again, actually, but just for the inside, I want to have a separate place for that. You can also line up your sentiments pretty easily because we have a grid there. So we're going to go ahead and pick up that stamp. Go ahead and ink this one up. That'll be for the inside of our card. Take this off my chamois. I'm just going to ink this up with a little bit of Versamark. the Stamparatus, we can just go ahead and stamp that in the same place. And I'm just going to use a little bit of clear embossing powder for this. I just keep mine in a little drawer. These are just actually little jewelry drawers. This makes it really easy to pull it out. So we're going to go ahead and emboss that with the clear. That's for the inside of my card. And I'm going to switch this out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one. Let's just wipe this black off. Put this plate back in. And put this in the corner again. I'll go ahead and use a Versamark on this as well. Just go ahead and press that down. And the process is the same here. I'm going to go ahead and have my clear embossing powder. Okay, well, I want to do some dot coloring. I think what I'm going to do first is we'll start out with the yellow, and just going to use the fine tip on this. We're just going to make some dots all along the edge here. As you get farther away from the image, they should just be like farther apart. And we'll go back in with the dark and add a little bit more closer up around the edge here. And same thing with the green. We're going to start out with the light. And you can kind of blend them in a little bit. actually kind of fun. I've never tried this before. I like coloring though, it's very relaxing. Do the blue. Purple. And this is the Magenta Madness. It's such a bright and pretty color. I really love this. Come in with the darker, just frame this out a little bit more, I think. I have a little bit of a mess up in here. I wasn't supposed to color that, but we're gonna ignore that. Green in here. Yellow. And just color the leaves in, just because I think it means something. Need just a few more in here. You can always go back and add if you feel like you need more. Just gonna add a few more scatters on here just because I think it might be kind of cool. Now, since I have this little mess up here, I think I'm just going to add some ribbon right there. That was not intended to get on the heart, but that's all right. All is not lost, right? I'm just gonna come in and I have some Daffodil Delight. And I'm just gonna make a little double bow with this cute little ruched ribbon. It's really big. Maybe we don't want one that big. Don't want to cover it all up. How about make just a single little bow? I'll use that double bow for something else. This one we can make smaller. Just what I think we need. Just a sweet little bow. I think that's a much better size. I think I'm really gonna like this card. It's kind of neat. All right, let's put it together. I'm just gonna use glue. That's all I got handy. gonna go on the front. Still debating on that bow. I don't know if people would really notice that I made that boo-boo or not. I don't know. Do you guys like the bow or not? I kind of don't think it really needs it. I know it's got a boo-boo, but that's okay. It's a handmade card. I think I'm just gonna go without the bow. It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind anyway, so. Save those bows for something else. So what do you think? I like this little technique, the dot coloring. Thanks to Jennifer McGuire for passing along the idea. I think it looks really fun with this Touch My Heart stamp set. It's a hostess set, so you earn this one through having a party or by getting enough Stampin' Rewards. So, but very pretty. I really like it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I don't know. You can let me know if you think the bow was better on there or not. I don't really know. I decided to just kind of go with it. See you soon. Thanks.